The kill room was silent. Blood pooled under Deborah's unconscious body. The scent of iron filled Dexter's nostrils. Brian, his brother, the ice truck killer, stood there, chest heaving. Dexter's blade was raised. This was the moment it should have ended. This was where the code demanded justice. Brian, killer, monster, threat. But also Brian, brother, his only true equal. Dexter hesitated. "Do it or don't," Brian whispered. "But if you kill me, you kill the only person who truly knows what you are." As the blade trembled in Dexter's grip. 1,000 nights spent alone, 1,000 masks he wore. He always thought Harry understood him, but Harry feared him. Brian didn't. Dexter lowered the knife. He cut Brian loose, and in doing so, he severed something else. The illusion that he could ever return to a normal life. Brian vanished into the Miami night. Deborah was found hours later, shaken and bruised, but alive? Dexter told the police that Brian had fled before he arrived. They believed him. Why wouldn't they? He was their forensic golden boy. But he was lying, now actively lying. And it tasted like freedom. Harry's voice echoed in his head. Only, kill those who deserve it. Never let it get personal. Never risk the life you built. But Dexter had made it personal. For the first time in his life, he'd chosen family. Weeks passed. Brian returned. Not in violence, but in brotherhood. They met in a parking garage. Brian leaned against a rusted pillar, tossing a bloodied glove into a duffel bag. "You made the right call, Dex." "I made a dangerous call," Dexter replied. Brian smiled, eyes glinting. "We can help each other, work together." Imagine it, two wolves hunting in the night, by the code. Dexter hesitated. Brian continued. "You follow Harry's rules. Fine, I'll adapt. But don't pretend this city doesn't need us." Dexter knew. Deep down, Miami had never needed him more. Their method was clinical. Dexter handled the planning, the research, stalking. The ritual, Brian was the closer, the one who took pleasure in the act. It was theatrical, wild. But with Dexter, he reined it in. Victims, rapists, traffickers, killers, they kept the code. Mostly Brian sometimes bent it. Dexter kept him in check. It worked, a symbiotic darkness. Their kills doubled, but so did their efficiency. Miami Metro had no clue. LaGuardia was overwhelmed. Masuka joked about a second Bay Harbor butcher. Dokes grew suspicious, but couldn't prove anything. And Dexter felt something alien. Satisfaction. Deborah saw it first. The change in Dexter. Colder, distant. His excuses grew flimsier. His late nights more frequent. He stopped trying to pretend he cared about donuts or birthdays. She followed him one night. He entered a warehouse near the docks. She waited then. Brian arrived. Her breath caught. She recognized the man who'd nearly killed her. She watched as they brought in a restrained man, screaming, cursing, bloodied. He fit the profile. That didn't matter. Her brother, both brothers were killers. Deborah left before they saw her, but she didn't sleep that night. Or the next. Deborah began compiling notes. Dexter's GPS pings. Surveillance footage. Brian's movements. She brought it to Dokes carefully, vaguely. Dokes, already on edge, launched his own shadow investigation. Dexter felt the net tightening. Brian wanted to kill Dokes. He's a threat. "Let's end it," Dexter refused. "That would break the code," Brian sneered. "Screw the code. We're not saints. We're survivalists." For the first time, they fought. Brian vanished for 2 days. Dexter couldn't focus, kept checking his phone. For Brian, for Deborah, for the weight that was finally catching up to him. Deborah confronted Dexter at his apartment. She didn't yell. She just stared at him. "You lied to me? About everything?" Dexter stood still. "I tried to protect you." She shoved the files at him. Photos, maps, victims. "Protect me from what? The truth?" "From you," said nothing. She backed away, voice trembling. "I should turn you in." "I know," he whispered, "but I saved lives." Tears filled her. Eyes, so what? You murdered people and you let them live. Deborah left. She didn't report him yet, but the line had been drawn. Dokes followed.
Dexter?
To a shipping container. He found blood slides, tools, ritual plastic wrap. He took photos then. He waited outside, gun drawn. When Dexter emerged, Dokes stepped forward. End of the line, psycho. But Brian was faster. He struck Dokes from behind. A struggle broke out. Blood screaming. Dexter stopped Brian before the final blow. No, we don't kill cops. Brian screamed back. He'll destroy us. Sirens. In the distance, they fled. Dexter knew. This was the beginning of the end. Dexter decided to leave Miami. He told Brian they had to separate. Brian refused. You're all I have, Dexter. Don't abandon me again. But Dexter had made his choice. He left Brian a letter. One final code. Brian read it in silence. He screamed then, disappeared. Dokes had enough evidence. Dexter was arrested, he confessed. Deborah testified honestly. He killed bad people, he saved lives, but he broke the law. The trial divided the city. Some called Dexter a vigilante hero, others a psychopath. He was sentenced not to death, not to life, to indefinite psychiatric detention. Dexter sits, alone in a white room, no blood, no blades, just time. Every day, he remembers Brian, Deborah, Harry, the kills. He writes in a notebook, I was never made to be whole, but for a moment, I had something close, a brother, a bond, a lie. I could almost believe.